Alright, here's the Chapter 5 review packet. If we have 25.6 degrees and we want to change this into degrees, minutes, and seconds, we start out with 25 degrees because the degrees really don't change. What we need to do is we need to take this 0.6 degree, which is not a full degree, and figure out what that is. So when I multiply that by 60 degrees, or 60 minutes for 1 degree, the degrees cancel out. 0.6 times 60 is 36. So we have 5 degrees, 36 minutes. And because this came out even, I don't have to multiply by 60 again in order to get seconds. So it will be 0 seconds, which you don't really have to put down. Problem number 2. If I'm doing 1.5 rotations counterclockwise. Counterclockwise is the positive direction, and we all know that there's 360 degrees in a rotation. So when I do 1.5 times 360, I get 540 degrees. And problem number 3, it asks for 2 coterminal angles. Well, if you're coterminal, that means you end in the same spot. So one of my things is I'm going to be adding 360 to negative 225, and I get 135 degrees. I do the same thing and subtract 360, and when we subtract 360, it's negative 585 degrees. And since one of these are positive and one of these are negative, I am finished. In problem number 4, we're given this picture where this is 25 and this is 7 and this is angle A, and here's my right angle, and we need the sine, cosine, and tangent of letter A. Well, I start out by labeling this as the hypotenuse, and since this is angle A, this would be the opposite, and the leftover one is the adjacent. So since the hypotenuse is always the final number in my Pythagorean theorem, I get 49 plus b squared equals 625. Subtract 49 from both sides, and b squared equals 576, and the square root of 576, hopefully this will come out even so we don't have to do the factor tree, and it does, and so b is equal to 24. So I'll put my 24 in there for the opposite. So when I'm looking for the sine of angle A, that's going to be the opposite over the hypotenuse. When I'm looking for the cosine of angle A, that's going to turn out to be the adjacent, which is 7, over the hypotenuse, which is still 25, and the tangent of angle A is the opposite over the adjacent, so we got 24 over 7. Final problem, tangent is negative 1/3. What is the cotangent of theta? Well, these two trig functions or trig ratios are reciprocals of each other, so the reciprocal of negative 3 over 1 is negative 1/3, and we'll do 6 through 10 in the next video.